Tonight, how an accident painted the bigger picture for an artist.
Profound impact upon me that when I got out of the hospital, I started my own.
After a deep dive into how a restaurant is feeding on its own food.
Farm is my comfort zone. My family and I built it from the ground up. We've been here for 10 years now.
Then we'll look into how the bird flu is leading customers on a chase for the golden egg.
I think this is the first year that we've really seen the egg prices just go this crazy. As the egg prices have gone up, people have
This and much more on StingTown News. Good evening, I'm Alessandro De Palma, and welcome to StingTown News, where we give you the news and the stories of our community. This month, our reporters traveled all the way to Tampa and learned about their community. In this case, our reporter Rosby de Floran visited an art festival and saw the inspiring story behind how an unfortunate accident led to a new talent. Here's more on the story.
The Gasparilla Arts Festival that happens only in Tampa is filled with talent. But one artist stands out, not just for his work, but for his resilience.
My injury occurred in 2008, and it was a diving accident. So I dove into the shallow end of a pool, hit my head on the bottom, it shattered my C6 vertebrae. Those bone fragments went into my spinal cord and paralyzed me from the chest down. And I was in the hospital for about 4 months after that injury. There I was introduced to art therapy. So I started doing a lot of painting while I was in the rehabilitation hospital, and it had such a profound impact upon me that when I got out of the hospital, I started my own nonprofit. A lot of it is kind of art activism. I want to open up a conversation and be able to talk about disability. And this one, for instance, Rise, it's a self-portrait of the back of my head. So like when the focal point is a surgical scar. And then I've always used a lot of text and words in my artwork, so I think Rise is a very uplifting, motivational thing. People can be presented with a challenge, work diligently to overcome it and still prosper.
David's life-changing injury could have buried his passions, but he found a new path. His journey isn't just about creating, it's about pushing new limits.
Wow, it's easy to get mesmerized with all those colors. But speaking of colors, a restaurant in Tampa is providing customers their own colorful, self-grown dishes. With their own farm, they're cooking up something new. Let's take a look at their story.
My name is Jennifer Kersey, and I own Fat Beet Farm. It is a 13-acre, fully sustainable farm with regenerative farming run on rain collection, solar, a biodigester, vermiculture, and soil-based gardening. Fat Beet Farm is my comfort zone. My family and I built it from the ground up. We've been here for 10 years now. We started with 3,000 trees, and we've grown it into this wonderful experience of food. We have a restaurant next to our farm because we're actually restaurant people before we're farmers. We wanted to have a farm-to-table restaurant that was sustainable, and then it became a much bigger project. So we make all of our breads. Everything in-house, all of our pastries. We grow all the lettuce, we grow all the microgreens and all of the produce that's in the farm fridges. Fat Beet Farm's mission is to really teach sustainability and regenerative farming to not only the youth, but to every age, so people can use regenerative farming practices to feed and fuel their bodies in the most healthy and nutritious way possible. Adios.
Now that is an interesting concept, but more importantly, it's self-sustainable. That's because after the break, we'll see how egg prices have been skyrocketing, largely affected by an outbreak. Don't go anywhere yet, we have more for you on StingTown News.
My voice is unscripted.
Independiente y nunca quejiga.
Fierce. Tenacious.
Potere limitato alle donne.
Unstoppable.
Apasionada.
Unbreakable. Limitless.
Welcome back, Stings. If you've been to a grocery store any time in the past month, you would notice the large increase in egg prices. Now, while some are paying them off, others have found a new alternative. Let's take a look at the story.
The cackling noise of a chicken, a cry for help, or the mocking of the consumers that buy its eggs.
I mean, it's just ridiculous what we're paying for everything.
For many consumers in South Florida, buying eggs has become a struggle, and in the last 3 years, egg prices have spiked up to $4.95 due to an ongoing avian bird flu which has led to the death of millions of chickens.
One comes positive, they kill the entire flock. So that could be 80,000 birds. Next year, you're going to see avian bird flu again, unless they can come up with some kind of vaccine.
A singular sick chicken causes 80,000 to be killed all at once and leaves customers nowhere to go.
I think this is the first year that we've really seen the egg prices just go this crazy. As the egg prices have gone up, people have started looking at ways to homestead and become more sustainable. Chickens are the easiest way to be able to have them in your backyard. So, in some ways it's going to be a positive, especially the people who really like it. They like doing the work. They like having the chickens.
However, businesses yearn for an end to the unstoppable cycle of the avian bird flu.
Some of these have been family hatcheries forever, and they're devastated. I mean, just devastated.
Yikes. I can't tell whether I'd pay $10 for eggs or buy a backyard chicken. What I can say is that this month has been full of adventure for our team here at StingTown News. As we were able to meet new people, we learned new lessons. So as we close today's show, remember Stings, don't be afraid to get out there and learn. Also, follow us at StingTown News and stay updated by watching The Morning Ray or The Daily Sting. That's all for today's show. I'm Alessandro De Palma, and thank you for watching.